his desire to annex Greenland, saying to going to have a make a deal and think it will happen, he said. Speaking alongside Mark Rutte, the NATO Secretary General, Greenland is an autonomous territory of Denmark and NATO ally. Elections in Greenland earlier this week were won by a party that favors a gradual move towards independence. Trump said it's a good gesture as far as elections are concerned. The person that did the best is very good person as far as we are concerned, he said, and going to have to make a deal on that. Denmark is very far away and really has nothing to do. And what happens? A boat landed there 200 years ago and they say they have rights to it. Trump further added that we really need it for national security, and he thinks that why NATO might get involved.
Question. Thank you, Mr. President. Greenland. What is your vision for the potential annexation of Greenland and getting them potentially to
Well, I think it'll happen, and I'm just thinking, I didn't give it much thought before, but I'm sitting with a man that could be very instrumental. You know, Mark, we need that for international security, not just security, international. We have a lot of our favorite players, cruising around the coast, and we have to be careful. And we'll be talking to you. It's a very appropriate, really a very appropriate question.
And an
Thank
issue
you
in the
very
high
much.
north, so the Arctic, so what you did. So when it comes to Greenland, yes or not joining the US, I would leave that outside for me, this discussion, because I don't want to drag NATO in that. But when it comes to the high north and the Arctic, you are totally right. The Chinese are now using these routes. We know that the Russians are rearming. We know we have a lack of icebreakers. So the fact that the outside Russia, there are 7 Arctic countries working together on this under US leadership is very important to make sure that that region, that part of the world stays safe. And we know things are changing there and we have to be there.
Well, they just had an election there the other day. Do you see a referendum, a plebiscite, where the people of Greenland would be in a position to decide if they want to become part of the United States?
Yeah, it was a good election for us, as you know. It was not a referendum. It wouldn't be called that. It was an individual election. But the person that did the best is a very good person, as far as we're concerned. And so we'll be talking about it, and it's very important. Mark mentioned the word icebreaker. So we've ordered, we're in the process of ordering. But that whole area is becoming very important. And for a lot of reasons, the routes are, very direct to Asia, to Russia, and you have ships all over the place, and we have to have protection. So we're going to have to make a deal on that, and Denmark is not able to do that. Denmark's very far away and really has nothing to do. What happens, a boat landed there 200 years ago or something, and they say they have rights to it. I don't know if that's true. I don't think it is, actually. But we've been dealing with Denmark, we've been dealing with Greenland, and we have to do it. We really need it for national security. I think that's why NATO might have to get involved in a way, because we really need Greenland for national security. It's very important. We have a couple of bases on Greenland already, and we have quite a few soldiers, and maybe you'll see more and more soldiers go there. I don't know. What do you think about that, Pete? So don't answer that, Pete.
Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu shares a pure message that heroes like you and the heroes of our people arose, and with cunning, bravery and courage we turned the tide. Israeli airstrike in the Syrian capital of Damascus. IDF targets Islamic Jihad command center in Syria, with residential building reduced to rubble and character left behind in the aftermath of the just strike. Israel's fighters continue to haunt pro-Iran militants. Lethal jets supporting IDF ground and artillery forces, combat aircraft providing the mission-critical intelligence. Islamic Jihad says armored struggle against Israel a must. Loud blast, smoke spread everywhere and house collapsed. And Israeli Prime Minister has released a statement on this in the local television.
כל פעם זה חוויה, אבל השנה זה חוויה מיוחדת. משום שמגילת אסתר זה ספר גאולה של העם היהודי מול הצוררים שקמים עלינו לכלותנו לכל דור ודור. בפרס, לפני 2,500 שנה, קם עלינו צורר שרצה להשמיד ולאבד ולהחריט את זרע היהודים מעל פני האדמה. עכשיו, 2,500 שנה לאחר מכן, קם לעם היהודי צורר באותה ארץ. וגם הוא רוצה להשמיד ולאבד את זרע היהודים מעל פני האדמה. וקמו לנו גיבורים כמוכם, הגיבורים של העם שלנו, ובתחבולות ובגבורה ובאומץ לב, הפכנו את הקערה על פיה, ואנחנו שוברים את ציר פרס. זה מה שקורה בימים האלה. כאילו ההיסטוריה חוזרת על עצמה, לפחות העם הוא אותו עם, וגם ההיסטוריה חוזרת על עצמה, בנס פורים החדש. הנס הזה הוא בזכותכם, בזכות חיילינו הגיבורים, לוחמינו הגיבורים, השוטרים והשוטרות, שבלמו את האסון בגבורה אין קץ, וישבנו מלחמה שערה.